Welcome back to Every Car Update. The 2023 IMSA WeatherTech Championship is over. The championship was decided at the Motul Petit Le Mans at Road Atlanta, Michelin Raceway. It was a pretty involved race. There were some crazy incidents, you could say, that are worth talking about. But that wasn't the only championship that was decided fairly recently. Also decided was the F1 Championship, with Max Verstappen taking his third title in a row, along with Red Bull getting their Constructors' Championship. Good for them. But that's not all that's in the news. There's been a few big stories, or sightings even, in some cases, that have come out in the last couple days, so we'll get into that too. I'm Ron, and you're watching ECU. This racing does not look easy. I've been keeping tabs on IMSA and the World Endurance Championship, which are both now over. And even though I was only keeping a few tabs on what was going on, I could tell that the final race at Michelin Raceway in Atlanta was going to be, and didn't disappoint, in being a crazy race. There were multiple championship contenders in the GTP class that just got knocked out, and was really quite a spectacle to watch. Now, points-wise, I also had no idea that the manufacturers were also close. So after this last race, here are the results. Cadillac managed to take the championship with 3,096 points, with Porsche only being 16 points behind at 3,080. Acura was 3,076, and BMW was 2 points away from making it to 3,000. So BMW wasn't necessarily in the contention for the championship, but Cadillac took the win in finishing in 6th place, while Acura took the win for the race. Of all the crazy moments that happened within this 10-hour race and 50 plus cars, we have to talk about at least two. First of all, the big one that I saw endlessly on Twitter, the Acura crash. 9 hours into the race, at turn 1, the number 10 Acura was trying to pass the Cadillac, but ran out of room and ultimately went headfirst into the barrier. Now, after this happened and after the race was over, there was no negative ruling for the Cadillac, is my understanding, but this took the Acura out of championship contention. The other notable crash that happened was fairly early on in the final race of the year, and this involved the number 6 GTP Porsche. Effectively, there was so much traffic going downhill that one bump from one car ping-ponged, as they say, and took out the Porsche. I guess this is all to say that it was a pretty crazy race, and it was definitely worth watching. I would recommend anyone who is vaguely interested should check it out. And with the new hybrid GTP prototypes, it's been a great thing to watch, even if you don't keep up. But that's a recap of the Petit Le Mans and the overall championship. And while we're on the topic of championships, we might as well talk about F1 and what some news outlets have reported recently. And there are two stories to this. The first one is that Sergio Perez needs to get second place in the Drivers' Championship in order to maintain his seat at Red Bull for the next year. The other piece of rumor, news, whatever that has come out has also been that Helmut Marco could be leaving Red Bull. Now, I don't know if you guys heard recently, but he did make some not so nice remarks about Sergio Perez. He said, and I quote, "Let's remember that Perez is South American, and so he is not as focused as Max Verstappen or Sebastian Vettel." That didn't look well then, and it doesn't look well now. It doesn't look like he's gonna stick around. I mean, the man is 80 years old, and frankly, I'm not super invested into the Red Bull racing drama, but I did want to bring it up because with 5 races left, I believe, there is only so much time for Checo to start performing well, if those rumors are true. And with Marco's remarks and other things he has said, Red Bull is currently and seemingly going through change. So we'll have to see how that goes in the long run. There's some Red Bull drama. When there's anything solid, I will keep you updated. Otherwise, this is the internet. Take everything you hear, especially with like team rumors and racing rumors, with a grain of salt. Moving past all this racing news, it is worth telling you that the C8 ZR1 Mule has been spotted and heard on the racetrack, and it sounds like it's twin turbo. So that's really exciting. In my eyes, that confirms that it is in fact not going to be hybrid, at least the ZR1 is. And this news could also make sense of the rumored Zora Corvette, which we heard about earlier this year, which I guess theoretically could be the twin turbo ZR1 plus the hybrid powertrain in the front. So that would be like stupid crazy, probably expensive. Like, who are we kidding? But yeah, I just wanted to tell you that we might be looking at a twin turbo Corvette ZR1. Those are some of the biggest stories from this last week that you might have missed out on. I'll give you a sneak peek for the weeks to come. There is a Japanese auto show, which is now called the Mobility Show, I guess because everyone's got robots and electric cars are technically robots depending on who you ask. So now it's mobility. It's not auto show anymore. But at that auto show, Toyota will be unveiling the FTSE, whatever that means. It is going to be more than likely an electric sports car. And my gut is telling me this could be that MR2 rumor that we had heard about, possibly. So yeah, just turn on notifications so you don't miss out on that. I'll keep you updated on that because I'm excited. And that's kind of hard for me to say because I'm not usually excited about EVs. So like I said, subscribe so you don't miss that, and I will see you in the next one.